Today is Monday, November 18th, and today's agricultural fact of the day came from an article on Ag Daily, the website, and it is about underage workers working in a meat packing facility. Today's fact: Smithfield employed 11 minors aged 14 through 17 from April 2021 through April 2023. 3 of these children were hired at the age of 14. Investigators found that 9 minors worked beyond legally permissible hours, and all 11 performed hazardous tasks prohibited for individuals under the age of 18. This fact provided me with an opportunity. First of all, Smithfield is a massive company, and if you go into a grocery store around here, pretty much all the bacon you're going to find is Smithfield. Same thing with sausage or hams. It is plastered on everything. The Minnesota Department of Labor is the one that was conducting this or pushing this lawsuit. Obviously, it was in violation of labor laws, which you should really follow those. Those are in place for a reason. And as I was telling the kids that I have here, my introduction to agriculture class was the one I was discussing this with, and most of them are 9th graders. And they are at the age where I would like a job, but unfortunately nobody is going to hire me due to the restrictions because I'm underage, I'm a minor. Now, as I read through this article, it states that Smithfield denies knowingly hiring minors or admitting liability, asserting that all 11 individuals passed federal E-Verify screenings by using false identification. It also states that, according to Smithfield, we have not admitted liability as part of this settlement. However, in the interest of preventing the distraction of prolonged litigation, we have agreed to settle this matter. Smithfield is committed to maintaining a safe workplace and complying with all applicable employment laws and regulations. We wholeheartedly agree that individuals under the age of 18 have no place working in a meatpacking or processing facility. And Smithfield settled for $2 million. So I'm guessing that goes to the state of Minnesota. I'm not really sure when these fines are carried out. It sounds like it was on the part of the children lying and falsifying information, but here we have the company paying for it, literally. It could also be that perhaps these individuals were not citizens of the United States, and I don't know. I'm not really sure. If anybody has more details on this, please feel free to add, because I'm very curious about this. Now, it does say last year the U.S. Department of Labor fined Packers Sanitation Services, Inc. $1.5 million after uncovering over 100 minors working in hazardous roles at 13 facilities across the country. And the Biden administration has since called on major meat processors to ensure compliance with child labor laws. This also provided me an opportunity to explain to the students that I have about why, when they go to ask for a job application or if a place is in need of employees or hiring, they are asked if they are over 18, and when they say no, they are instantly turned away without a job application. And it's because of laws like this. Now, I also drew on my experience in a previous life, way back when I dropped out of college, before I went to Cobleskill for my bachelor's in animal science, and I worked at Burger King full-time for 6 months. It was the worst 6 months of my life, but one of the things that I learned when I was there was that the minors could not use the tomato slicer or other hazardous things that were restricted to those over 18. I was over 18 at the time. I didn't work in the back. I was on the front end of things, but I do remember that after school got out, at the end of the school day, kids would come in and work, and specifically certain things had to be done before they showed up because they didn't have the ability to operate them. That's not something that most businesses will play around with. So they just don't even offer job applications to people under 18. But this was interesting and obviously related to agriculture, which is why I felt that it was important. And it also provided more learning opportunities. That's it for the Ag Fact of the Day. I've got to start Parley Pro here at some point. I just saw this article popped up and I had to talk about it.